in Miami, Florida. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Good. 180. Crutch. What's what?
Gets up behind the line, and he loses the football. And he mitigates the damage by falling on it, but still a loss on that play. Wow, that was fast. Might be time to take a step back, and we just started this game. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. Very first snap, and he nearly gave it away. That could have mentally taken them out of this game.
Yeah, for the player, a little bit easier to respond. For the coaches on the sidelines, that drives them crazy to see the ball on the ground. We know how precious this ball is in this game. Take care of it.
And talk about a good game when they needed it. That's 13 on 2nd down. Now only a yard to go here on 3rd.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Good.
Here he is on 3rd and short. That one's good to Godwin. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins, nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Go ahead. Wait, Chief! Wait! Hey, come on, two! Come on, two! Come on, two!
Hill now from the gun. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you at first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Second and very short, looking to pass. That's on the quick hitter. He's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Go ahead. Hey, 21, T8.
Tagovailoa on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Ready. Turbo one high, turbo one high.
Tua out of the pistol. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Ready. Solo left Zion.
Third and long for him here. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal.
44. Ready. All right, go ahead. Go, go, go. Ready. All right, fellas. Listen up. He's checking crab. Scat.
To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week. Continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal.
Ready. Ready, 2, out.
Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins finish up their opening drive. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Johnson now on the return. Things are going well so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
180! What's up?
Give to Irving to start this drive. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
180! What's up?
Once again, Irving. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
That's set. This is 3rd and 5.
Good. 180! What's up?
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
180! That.
1st down, looking to throw. Mayfield. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Now midfield after that loss. Here's 2nd and long.
180! Hey, alert 33! What's up?
Mayfield now from the gun. That's caught. It's Kate Otten. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down.
180!
Motioning the tight end now.
What's up?
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Man, this is Evans. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Good. 180! What's up?
Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
What's up?
Baker now off the play fake. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers break the tie here in the 1st. So So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
2 and out from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Solo left Zion. Ready. Out, out. 20, TX.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's a Waddle again. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Scott.
Shotgun snap now, Tagovailoa. Throw left side, complete. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from the 41.
It's safe. Go ahead. Ready,
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. The gun, give to him. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Go ahead. Ready, team. Turbo one, high, turbo one, low, low, low. Let's go.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. Second and 10.
Ready. Out.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Offense is set. First and 10.
Go ahead. Ready, two. Hut.
Give right up the gut to Hill. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's second and 11. Now two with a throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down at the line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is third and 11.
Ready. All right, go ahead. Eight.
They'll throw, third and long. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Johnson with a return here. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Bucks to the line. First and 10.
Set. 180.
Here's the give to Irving. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
180. Real. Watch out.
This is Irving on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Good. 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Blitz.
Man in motion here.
Done.
3rd and short, Mayfield. He finds Evans, left side. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
180. Kings. What's that?
On the give, this is Irving. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Sick. 180.
To throw is Mayfield. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Good. 180. Alert. What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. Running right side by McMillan. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
44. Ready. 18. What's that?
Here's Tagovailoa. Dump off caught by his back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
The good defenses in this league, every once in a while, they can bait a quarterback into a throw. And you do that by having eyes on the quarterback. Get into a good drop, forcing that check down, and they don't only just bait him into a completion, but they knocked him backwards after the catch.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Watson, Oscar. Ready. Out.
Working now from the gun. Taking a deep shot here. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
right here. 21G. 20G. Wait. Out.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's trying to go deep again. Going for a waddle, but it's intercepted. Corey Black has got it. And the Buccaneers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Kate, I got a pretty good idea that he is not letting go of that football. It's headed for his mantle or maybe his family. That's a guy who was a day 3 pick. Weren't even 100% sure he's going to make the roster. And we just saw him get the first interception of his career. What a moment.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Regular. 180. What's that?
Again for the first time to Rashad White. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
180. Hey, alert. Done.
Here's Baker. Dumps it off to his running back. Room inside the 10. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11.
Dolphins 10. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball at the 35 to begin this drive. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10.
20G. Turbo 3, kick. Ready.
Back to work after throwing the pick. He's going to try another deep one here. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. So we'll have it at the 35 if the return hits the sideline. Well, what better way to follow up one interception than by getting back out there and picking off another on the first play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. Okay, let's put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10.
180.
Putting a receiver in motion. Drive starts with a carry by White. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Set. 180. Kings. What's that?
Baker now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll take a moment to on third down.
And it's third down. Third and 9.
Good. 180. What's up?
Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, first and 10.
Go ahead. Watson, Oscar.
Shaking off the pin quickly. He's going to throw. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
6-yard pickup brings
All right,
up
fellas,
second
listen
and
up.
4.
Go, ready to stay.
Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
All right, let's go. All right, let's go.
Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Tampa spends its second time out now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they went with on third down.
All right, come on. Solo left Zion. 20 TX. Out.
Here's Tua. Taking a shot deep here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Buccaneers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Good. 180. Pistol.
They've got a man in motion.
What's up?
First down, here's Baker. On the screen, this is White. He works it down to the 37. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Offense in the hurry up here.
Second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing third and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Good. 180. What's up?
Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that extends their lead to 14. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, ready. Ready.
Tua setting up to throw. Here's a screen for Achane. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. The shotgun will give it to Achane. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He's got it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Hey. Drip. Winning team. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
All right, let's go.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's good for a Dolphin.
Come on, 2. Go.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high.
Inside give to him. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Go ahead. Winning team.
Blitz coming, Tua. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Come on, ready.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Finds his back. H.A. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
44, ready. 18, hey, 21, TA.
From the red zone now. He's got it over the middle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready.
Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Jake Bailey set
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Good. 180. What's that?
That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
At the 27-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Good. 180. King. Be ready. King. What's that?
Pressure coming. Baker. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Chris Godwin.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Point it right. 180. Scott.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no luck on his first look at the game, so that brings up 4th and long. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. Fields this clean at the 30. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tua. Put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Right. Get
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Going the out route, complete. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Solo left Zion. All right, come on. Wait. Out.
Tua now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
At the 49-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Achane gets this on the draw. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad level. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. If that offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, those guys sold it just perfectly, and the yards followed.
1st down, here's Tua. Setting up the running back screen. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Taken in by Hill, right side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 16 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
21G, 21G. Go ahead. 22.
And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the fourth. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get safe. Go ahead. 22.
Here's Tua again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Yeah, ready. Out!
Sticking in the air, it's Tagovailoa. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Here's Riley Patterson. A lot riding on this field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now, well, now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Good. 180.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Good. 180. What's that?
Baker now from the gun. Culp with a catch. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Good.
Irving here from the gun. He picks up 5 on that 1st down run, brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Good. 180.
From the gun, Mayfield. Has it in close. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Good. 180. Hey, 133. What's that?
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now lead by 10.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11.
Dolphins 20. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the
McLaughlin
Buccaneers.
has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
You're right here. Ready,
And now down the hill. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Come on, two.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Throw is caught. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Offense up to the line fast.
20 TX.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
20 TX. Set.
1st down, Tagovailoa to throw. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Now, I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
All right. Let's go. Team.
Tua out of the pistol. Emptying on the slant. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up
Come on, three. Kick.
the Bucs 14-yard line.
To the air yet again. Tagovailoa hits him on the out route. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Corner, long. Team.
Here's Tagovailoa again. And this one does not go far.
Hey, let's go. All right, let's go.
Working quickly here.
4 yards on the pickup.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Second down 6 at the 7-yard line.
score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now within one score in the fourth. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
All right, Tua and his offense going for 2 here.
Get
The
set.
Dolphins are lining up for a
22, 21G. Out.
And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt.
Buccaneers 31, Dolphins 26.
They got a touchdown, but that is only half the job. Still got to get this kick back and score another. And the Buccaneers manage to recover the football. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
First and 10 from the 41.
Good. 180. What's what?
They run the counter with White. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
1-8. King. Start.
Mayfield now. Blitz coming. On the screen, this is White. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
6. 180. Start.
Irving trying to run for the first. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Real. 180. Alert. Motion. What's that?
He'll throw it. Throw caught by his running back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. And just a couple seconds before the 2-minute warning, the defense calls a timeout.
Sean White. A gain of 16 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning.
180!
They bring their tight end left.
What's up?
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Buccaneers leading by 5. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Up, 180!
Right back to Irving now. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hey, alert, third!
Irving on the inside kid. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Set! 20! Hey, alert! Watch these twins! What's up?
Back to throw it. Throw is caught by the back. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready. What a T! What's it?
Setting up to pass. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Ranging near a minute to play. 2nd and 10.
All right, come on. All right, go!
Throw to the right, finds Waddle. Up the perimeter, he's at the 25. And finally, they take him down at the 36-yard line. Clock running, Dolphins will hurry to the line.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
Here he is to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10. Tugged by Loa. Throw complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Scott. Ready, shot. What? Hey. What?
Throwing now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down.
Ready. 18. Okay. Turbo 1, high. Ice jam. Ice jam. Get him, get him. Out.
Desperation time here. That's cut beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry the line.
Listen up.
They'll look to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. Caught near the goal line. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Gain of 43 yards.
All right, let's go.
Working fast as that clock ticks down.
First and goal at the 4-yard
21G. Out.
One final shot here. And they win it. They win it. It's a touchdown. No time left. In position for one last shot at it, Brock, and they come through in a moment that required absolute perfection. They were indeed perfect, and it wins them this game.
Yeah, and my eyes certainly are on that offense and the celebration, but I'm also looking at that defense, Kate, because that play is going to run through their mind over and over and over again tonight. Could not get the stop they needed. That one play to make them victors.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.